Hi friends, it's Suzanne here. Thanks for joining me for the last installment of the Christmas Crush series. This is a sweet little box that I made, and I wanted to share with you how I made it and decorated it. It has a little magnet here so that it actually stays closed. I use Soft Sky here and the Classic Weave ribbon in the white variety, and I'm going to do a different colorway. I thought I would do Wisteria Wonder. So just a little chat about the window box dies. So when I first got this, I'm like, you know, kind of doesn't make sense. I make boxes. I could do something similar myself. Well, I'll be honest, I can't really because of the hexagon shape. So I could probably put together the base of the box, but the lid is tough. It's a different size and shape, and yeah, this kind of is a must. And the neat thing is that, of course, you can use this very detailed, lovely die, which, you know, is stunning. And then there's little things like the birthday candles and confetti and hearts for Valentine's Day. So this box is really versatile. But that's exactly what happened when I saw the swirly snowflakes. They kind of reminded me of these little plates. So I thought it would go really nicely. But I thought I would let you know that the swirly snowflakes is what I'm using, the dies there. Okay, so how this works is you have to cut this baby out two times. And I just want to show you how very tight it is. So this is a 5 1/2 piece of cardstock, and you can see how very it's like to the letter. I'm going to choose this first one as my lid, so I'm going to run it through, but I'm also going to bring my swirly snowflakes in, and I'm going to be cutting them on this part of the box as well. So I'll do like I did here, three snowflakes, and then 3 snowflakes before I cut the second one. Okay, I will be back when all the die cutting is done, so you don't have to watch that. One little piece to note here is that I'm going to start off with my large snowflake, and I'm going to position it because I know that I want to put a little bit of a ribbon around the edge. I just thought it finished it up really nicely. So I'm going to put this in the center. So this would be the back of the box. And I definitely want to leave enough room for that ribbon. Okay, one more little thing to note. This is the smaller of the 2 snowflakes, so I'm going to die cut that once here and here. So what I want to do is make sure that the whole of this snowflake kind of matches up with the whole of this snowflake and when I put this one down. So it's just a measuring by eye thing, and I just want to make sure that it just looks pretty. I did notice that one of these guys was a little further down, and to me that doesn't look, you know, it's craftsmanship. You just want to make sure that, you know, it's somewhere in the vicinity. All right, so this is the beginning. I'm just going to run this through the Big Shot, and I wanted to make mention this is the bottom of our box because this is the top, right, with all the die cuts in the lid. So it being the bottom, it would adhere like this. We're going to adhere these guys all up together. So that means that the snowflake, in order to make room for the ribbon, has to be moved up to the bottom. Do you know what I'm saying? So that as when I go to put this box together, all of these snowflakes are kind of, they're all going to look like in a straight line. So do be cautious of that. We're not doing anything with the bottom of the box. The ribbon is going to go along here. And then again, I'm just kind of lining up the holes there. And so this was a small snowflake. This is a big snowflake. This is the small snowflake, lining that hole up with that hole. And I just need to run it through the big shot. I'll cut those two out and then add the third snowflake. We need just to do a few more little things. One is we're going to cut the top out of Whisper White cardstock. And then there is a little round thing. It's a tag. Okay, you crazy kids, we're almost ready to put this together. I know that seemed like a lot of die cutting, and it was actually, but it's actually really worth it. So the one additional thing that I would suggest having is 6 little pieces. These are 1.5 by 1.5. I just cut them by hand, or well, not by hand, by trimmer. And yeah, they're to go behind. All right, so since we're talking about going behind, this was the Whisper White piece that I cut out. So you're clearly able to see the score lines, and I just want to make this a hair smaller. So I'm just going to cut. I'm going to cut where the score lines are, just slightly smaller. I have a big pair of scissors. I just cut a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's on the inside of the box, right? Now I'm going to cut right on the score line, and I'm going to cut 2 off. Doesn't matter which one. You just need to cut. Pick one and cut 2 off. Okay. So now comes the folding and burnishing on the score line. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to use Tombow for this. You can use whatever you need to. All right. I find it easier to apply the glue on the box. And then I'm just going to take these small little pieces and adhere them down. And then the same for the top, really. Can be a little bit more liberal with the adhesive here. It's a bigger piece and we're kind of going against gravity here. There we go. It's easier to do this backing part before the box is put together, trust me. Ask me how I know. Pretty straightforward. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of adhesive on my tab here. I'll just do one at a time. Line things up on a line so that I can see that I am straight. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did. I just folded it over, made it a little easier to work with. And then I just have to fold this guy closed. I am working with Tombow mono liquid glue because I honestly find that doing this with another glue is like a adhesive or something. I don't know. It's just, to me, it makes more sense because these pieces here are quite thin. And like a wet glue, these guys are pretty strong, right? Like wet glue is the bomb when it comes to strength. And I just wouldn't know how to put it together if I was using fast fuse or tear and tape. Well, tear and tape, obviously, you would remove the pieces. Okay, so all I'm doing is putting glue on the tabs, and then this is the bottom of the box. You don't want to do this to the top. And then I'm just going in with my bone folder. Ta-da! So I have this little tab, and this is obviously completely optional. But I did like the idea of it. So I'm taking a ruler and I just want to get maybe the halfway mark. It'll help fold it a little bit nicer. There we go. Using my bone folder. Little bit of glue on just the top. And then that is going to go on the top there. Center it nice. I have these little craft magnets. They're, I always forget the name, neodymium. I got them from Spider Magnets on eBay. They are like super tiny, very, very, very strong. And again, I'm going to use the magnets to keep the box closed. So, how it works here is I'm going to take a glue dot. I'm going to kind of see where that center is, go on the inside, place my magnet, then put the other magnet, flick it on top, make sure that that's centered nice, take a glue dot, okay, press that down just like that. Lift up, give that a press, give this a press. Whisper White Classic Weave ribbon. I have very little very little of my tear and tape left. Ta-da! I will have to put that on order. It doesn't matter. Fast fuse works really well as well. Tear and tape is a little easier. I noticed that this ribbon has a tendency to fray really well, really easily. So if I have an adhesive on there, I have a very nice clean edge. Okay, I'm going to start with the back, which is right here, and I'm going to put this ribbon along the bottom just like that. I am going to leave a little bit of a lip because I made room for that when I put the snowflakes on, if you recall. I was diligent about that. Okay. Oh, that seam is beautiful. Woohoo! I love it when a plan comes together. All right, so I'm just giving that a press all the way along. Love the fact that you can adhere a ribbon to a box so easily. Do you remember the old days when you had a Xyron? So what a Xyron is a sticker maker. So you drop your little snowflake in that little tunnel there, and then you give it a pull. Stampin' Up! Apparently used to sell them. I got it at a craft store. So I'm going to make little stickers out of my snowflakes, my leftover snowflakes. I don't want them to go to waste. And that'll be good for now. I might use the snowflakes on another project. So the trick is you have to press down really well. So you peel this away. So this is the sticky part now. So cool. And then, yeah, you've got stickers. Make your own snowflake stickers. Now, I don't like seeing that little hole there, so I'm going to cover it. And I think I'm going with a bigger one this one. Now the one thing that I would caution you about is don't stick anything on this purple lip. So if you have a little snowflake edge sticking out, you just need to de-stickify it, or take your embossing buddy and just give that a dab so it de-stickifies it, neutralizes the adhesive really. All right, my friends, this is the last contribution to the Christmas Crush series. So I hope you liked all the projects, or at least a few of them. They've given you some inspiration. And thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you on Monday. Bye.
Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. On screen are 2 more videos for inspiration. Click on the maple leaf to visit my website, or click on me to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching.